katika majarida ama magazeti yetu ya humu nchini. Na moja kwa moja niweze kutambulisha kikosi changu. Ninaye Edwin Airo ambaye ni mchanganuzi wa masuala ya siasa. Vipi kaka?
Salama, habari ya asubuhi.
Mambo mazuri?
Sana.
Namuona Fuda shafika. Vipi kaka?
Nzuri sana.
Mambo mazuri?
Niko sawa kabisa.
Alafu for the very first time nimtambulishe Elisha Caleb ambaye ni Secretary General wa KCA University. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Are you ready for this?
Very much.
Na mtazamaji, moja kwa moja tuweze kufikia katika gazeti la Standard, na habari ambayo imeweza kupewa kipaumbele ni referendum push to test party loyalties. Na wanasema kwamba trying times for party leaders as Jubilee and ODM members of National Assembly, Senate and County Assembly clash over punguza mzigo referendum push. Edu, sasa talk of the town ni punguza mzigo referendum push na Okot. Now kuna hali kinzani between the members of parliament, members of senate. Manake juzi tuliweza kumuona Aden Duale akiwa katika eneo lake kule Garissa akiweza kuambia ama akiweza kusihi watu kwamba hii referendum isipushiwe, waachane nayo kabisa. At the same time the senate wanataka hii referendum ipitishwe, punguza mzigo referendum.
Well, kwa kweli hizi ndio siasa ambazo the punguza mzigo initiative is now the talk of town, and every politician is talking about the referendum to amend the constitution, to make to reduce the number of elected leaders as a way of taking care of the spiraling wage bill. There is also the talk of reducing the number of constituencies we have and increasing them, making them more bigger in terms of jurisdictional area. And also, now there is the issue of party position on this issue of punguza mizigo. And Third Way Alliance is not Jubilee and it is not NASA. And these county assemblies are controlled by largely NASA and Jubilee. So the President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga, they hold the knife and the potato. So this is going to be determined by the position Raila Odinga and President Kenyatta are going to take for this bill to see the light of day. And we have different reactions across the political spectrum. We have, of course, Aden Duale saying we are not going to support this thing. We have some legislators like Kipchumba Murkomen saying
contradicting themselves from the same party.
Yes, but again, they're the same.
So what's the way forward between Murkomen and Duale? They're from the same party. One is supporting the referendum and the other guy is not supporting the referendum.
Well, first of all, it must be known that this referendum is not an initiative of Jubilee or NASA. So they are at liberty to disagree. And when we are in the same party, it doesn't mean we have to agree nearly on everything. Everybody has their own thoughts and their own perspective of the same issue. So I respect the divergent opinion by majority leader in the Senate and the National Assembly. They are within their constitutional right. But again, it is the county assemblies that are going to have the final say. But again, as I've said, this referendum, the life or death of this referendum is not even in the hands of Okuro Okot. It is in the hands of President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga, because they're also working on the BBI initiative, which we saw minority leader James Orengo, senator for Siaya, saying that ignore that punguza mizigo, it is not punguzaing anything, wait for BBI directive. So in any case, what we should just be told is BBI is coming with a referendum, so that they don't move around the country wasting taxpayers' money and everything. We just go into it straight away than to sugarcoat this thing and appear like we are really collecting views, yet we know the ultimate goal is a referendum. So they should just stop this BBI and just bring a referendum so that we deal with it as Kenyans once and for all and we forget about this thing.
Fred, still on this issue of referendum, tuweza kuona kwamba kuna divided in the political parties like NASA. Some members are supporting, some are not supporting Jubilee. We've seen the likes of Murkomen supporting the referendum while Aden Duale not supporting the referendum. Then kwamba kutakuwa na msukosuko katika hizi mirengo za kisiasa kulingana na hii bill ya kurokoti ya punguza mizigo.
I think that Kurokot thing is bringing confusion between the two parties, the ruling party and the opposition. To my opinion, I also don't support it fully. To some extent, it's really Kenyan's population have gone very high for the last 10 to 10 years. So I think over 147 representing the whole nation, members of parliament, that is very less, and the Kenyans will be less represented.
So you're not supporting the referendum? I'm not supporting
it fully. I'm not supporting that referendum. They need to sit down and squash the three of them. That is those parties that are interested in implementing coming up with the referendum. These people need to sit down, harmonize the entire thing. Let them come up with something that will at least add value to this country. Especially, I think what should also be put in that referendum is how they can fight the corruption in this country. Because it's not about punguza mzigo. They can punguza mzigo, then the taxpayers' money will still be stolen. Some people will still loot it.
So they're not I think that means they need to vijana wanasema kule mitaani.
I think they should sit down. That is Uhuru Kenyatta, the Third Way Alliance team, Raila Odinga. They should sit down, sit down and come up with something that will add value to this country. And
so
what I can also say,
punguza mizigo will not add value to this country.
It won't add value.
This thing is not even reducing anything. Because look, this Dr. Ekuro Okot says in his Punguza Mizigo initiative that we are going to reduce the number of MPs by altering the current constituency boundaries, by enlarging the constituencies further. Again, you know, here you're talking about some MPs staring at a possibility of losing their seats. Who would sit and see their seats lost? I don't think no one. Again, he says
they will support the referendum.
No, I don't think. Look at this again.
They can't support it. They can't support it.
Look at this again. Look at it this way. Look at it this way. Dr. Kurokot says we need to reduce the number of MPs by increasing the number of constituencies to reduce. You understand? And then says we need to reduce the salaries remunerated to MPs by increasing the jurisdictional area. You see, with added responsibility comes enhanced facilitation. You understand? You'll need more facilitation to move around now the bigger area. Because look at the current state of our constituencies. Look at the square kilometers. Again, you're looking at doubling that against a backdrop of reducing their salaries. That is not going to work. And as I said, Parliament takes about 35 billion only from the trillions of budget that we have. You understand? So that is in any way is not going to help reduce the wage bill. You know, we must critically examine at what is ailing our economy. And I have always mentioned, we need to take care of wastage. We need to take care of corruption. Right now, Dr. Edward Ouko said about 57.3 billion in counties cannot be accounted for. You understand? Through
the money is being looted.
Yes, through shoddy deals and proper documentation of claims. These claims cannot be verified. You supplied, but what you supplied can't be seen. Yes. So counties are saying add us more money, yet they cannot take care of the little that they have. So we cannot add counties money until they show accountability. They show that they are ready to take care.
So there's no accountability?
There's no accountability. There's a lot of wastage. Wastage in counties.
There's no accountability?
Wastage in national government.
Yeah, personally...
You're not supporting the bill?
I don't support.
Haipunguzi mizigo kabisa?
Haipunguzi mizigo, naongeza mizigo.
Tunataka reduce the number of constituencies.
It is not our problem.
It's not our problem.
Unasema kwamba itapunguza?
Haitapunguza mizigo kamwe. Personally, I was supporting maybe the two parties come together, they sit down, they scrutinize these issues, they come out with a solution that can help the Kenyans, more so in corruption, and change the lives of the Kenyan citizens.
Na mtazamaji, vile vile katika gazeti la Taifa Leo ukurasa wa kwanza, habari ambayo imeweza kupewa kipaumbele ni kwamba punguza mizigo ya gawanya wanasiasa, na tunaweza kuona wanasiasa wa mirengo mbalimbali. Huyu anasema kwamba referendum hino yafaa kupitishwa, au wengine wanasema kwamba haifai. Haya, tutakuwa tunaona jinsi ambavyo mambo yatakuwa. Na habari nyingine ambayo imeweza kupewa kipaumbele katika gazeti la The Star ni Senate in plot to ruin Uhuru legacy, MPs says. Before we come to this issue, there's one guy, Eddie Mahmoud, anasema kwamba nothing catches the state by surprise. Okot's punguza mzigo is an opinion poll for the deep state to gauge the country's preparedness for a referendum. Anasema kwamba when the system decides we go for a referendum, we will. Second time Okot is eating popcorn and smiling. Anasema kwamba state kama watu tunaenda kwa referendum ndo basi.
Yeah, it is President Kenyatta and Raila Odinga to decide. We know that, at least for now.
Do you have any records for that?
At least for now. You know, we believe when President comes out and Raila Odinga comes out, you know, they are the leading politicians. You understand? They are the ones who garnered more than 6 million votes in this country. How many votes did Okuro Okot get? How many MPs does Okuro Okot have to push his agenda in the National Assembly? How many MCAs does he have? Which county does he control? In this country, it has not been largely on logical pushing of ideas, but party affiliations and the position taken by party leaders. If right now it was Raila Odinga marshalling this thing, we would be so sure where it has reached, it will sail considerably. Or if it was propelled by Uhuru Kenyatta, or if they jointly push this thing, it in fact will not even ask questions about it. We'll just say, when is the referendum being held? Because they are our leaders. You understand? He's our president and he's the leading opposition candidate. So I think this Okuro Okot thing, you know, it is very to Tanga team. You know, they are opposed to introducing the position of the Prime Minister, which the Deputy President's team see as a threat to his presidential ambition. So the Okuro Okot bill secures the presidency. You understand? It secures the presidency and does not introduce the post of the Prime Minister. So it is very appealing. That's why you see Kipchumba Murkomen coming out strongly. But again,
supporting
yes,
the
but
bill.
again, but again, the BBI people are still moving across the country, and they are yet to come with their recommendation. We know they'll just say referendum, and as I say, they should just come out and stop moving around and come.
Just go straight to the point. Tell us that we are going for a referendum.
Yes, but again, this Senate,
because there's been issues. Parliament wakishapitisha law, kuna ma senators wanakuja wanapinga. Yani kuna that conflict of power between the Senate and the National Assembly.
But
that shows that MPs and the Senate have not even understood this constitution. And we are in the second term of dispensation of this constitution. And they are still blank. They still don't understand their role well. And that's why there's that lineage. I think people should go back, these MPs and the Senate, they should go back and read this constitution and understand it deeply so that they can know their role and what they're expected of. Not just, this is about people are not understanding the constitution. They're not understanding their role.
Because there's a time the MPs wanted to do away with the Senate.
But look at Article 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. It really speaks succinctly about the roles, functions of the National Assembly and the Senate. You understand? Senate is put in place to ensure it safeguards the interest of counties. Full stop. That is it. National legislation is an initiative of the National Assembly. So when the National Assembly passes bills without them sailing through Senate, I do not think there is an illegality committed somewhere, you know.
The National Assembly portray themselves as the lawmakers.
Yes, and indeed they are the lawmakers.
Yeah, the lawmakers.
They are mandated
so at the
to
end of the day,
legislate.
after making the laws, they see there's no need for the Senate to oppose the laws that they've made.
No, Senate should just restrict themselves to advocating on issues of counties. Let the National Assembly do its constitutional mandate of legislating, you know, passing bills and amending laws and everything. Let Senate do what the Constitution requires them to primarily do. Let them focus on counties, and, you know, the National Assembly, let it do its role, so that, you know, in any case, the National Assembly can initiate a motion to scrap Senate. But Senate cannot initiate a motion to scrap the National Assembly.
So who is superior between the two?
Of course, it is the National Assembly.
The National Assembly.
That's not a matter of debating. It's very clear. It's very clear. In the Constitution.
Elisha, kumekuwa na pingamizi ama kumekuwa na vita kati ya maseneta pamoja na wabunge, hasa wakati ambapo kuna bill pale wanataka kupitisha, kuna kwamba maseneta wataweza kupinga ama baada ya wabunge kuweza kupitisha ile bill, maseneta kidogo watafanya nini? Watapinga ile bill. Yani kuna ile like ni supremacy, wanataka kuna nani ndo nani.
Okay, on that issue, from deep of my understanding, the two parties, each of the parties are just trying to see which party has got the strength than the other. Yeah.
Okay. Hedu. Haya, ODM plans to kill punguza mzigo bill. Shukran. Acha tupumzike kidogo manake
it's already dead on arrival.
Isha kufa
like Mheshimiwa nani said it. This guy, the constitution lawyer. Not Larengo. Otina Amolo said it's dead on arrival. I support that.
You support this bill?
It will not sail through.
Let's take a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll be tackling these matters deep. Na mtazamaji, tutazama kidogo na tukirudi tutakuwa tunaangazia kwa kina magazeti yetu ya leo. Usiondoke manake ndo mkoko ungali unaalika maua.
Not the mascara, not the too much things that women tend to do. So when a woman is going out, then she should put it on the minimum, only do what is natural and avoid makeup as much as possible, because again, if she puts too much makeup, that will flout her hijab rules. So she should put it on the minimum, and if she wants to put makeup, she can put it inside her home, maybe before her husband and before her mahrams. Wallahu a'lam.
Na kwetu wanatambua kama Mariam Wacharo. You're watching the Sabah Show
on Horizon TV.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are now at the Arena 1.
Wait, you just stand there.
And over here we have player of the day.
I'm back to beat Hamza's team.
He's a diver.
I chose Surah Al-Mutaffifin. I don't know the names, but Nabi Isa said, I am a slave of Allah. Is it Prophet Luqman? 1 point for this team. Welcome to Active Sunday.
Things which will happen at the last day, which is very shocking.
That's not fair because I wasn't here.
It's a happy, happy, happy day. Oh, what a happy day it is for Active Sunday.
Shiriki nami Rahma Swale, mwingine kopi, ndani ya The Sabah Show
on Horizon TV.
Quote of the day. Uthman bin Affan radiyallahu anhu said, "He who makes the book of Allah as his guide would remain safe from sin, and he would be counted among the best of men."
I am Aisha Khan. Let's brighten up your morning. You're watching The Sabah Show
on Horizon TV. Wake up to exciting mornings every day. Active Jumatatu with Mohammed Obura. Tech Tuesday with Yusuf Farah. Women issues all about women with Rahma Swale. Ibtisam Jamal on special edition business desk. All about your health on Healthy Thursday with Mariam Mwacharo. And Tony Apartment issues with Aisha Khan on the round. Fresh discussions, direct probe on the Sabah Show on Horizon TV.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Waswahili wanasema chelea utapata mwana si wako. Kwa majina ni Muhammad Obura na hii ni Sabah Show
on Horizon TV.
Welcome back. Mtazamaji, bila shaka ni uchambuzi wa magazeti na kikosi studioni tayari kinatoa madai mbalimbali kuhusiana na habari kuu ambayo imeweza kupewa kipaumbele katika majarida mbalimbali. Na habari kwa katika gazeti la Taifa Leo, tukidadisi vile vile gazeti la The Star, niko na People's Daily na vile vile Standard, Business Daily pamoja na Daily Nation. Na tukisalia hapa katika gazeti la Taifa Leo, kuna habari nyingine ambayo inasema kwamba baada ya gumzo kubwa punguza mzigo initiative ndo bado yaendelea, gumzo mitaani, talk of the town. Na hapa chini kuna habari ambayo inafurahisha kidogo. Nataka kusema kwamba serikali kukagua wanaume kubaini ikiwa wametahiriwa. Na serikali kuanzia leo itaanza kuchunguza nyeti za wanaume ikiwa wametahiriwa katika kaunti 4 za eneo la Nyanza. Wizara ya Afya ilisema uchunguzi huo unaorodheshwa na shirika la kutahiri wanaume kwa hiari. Unalenga kuimarisha vita dhidi ya maambukizi ya virusi vya ugonjwa wa ukimwi na ukimwi katika kaunti hizo. Na bila shaka ni talk of the town hii katika gazeti la Taifa Leo. Wasema kwamba wanaume watakuwa wanachunguzwa waone kama wameweza kupitia ile hali ya kisu. Na tunajua kwamba kuna tamaduni mbalimbali na kidogo unajua tamaduni za eneo hili la Nyanza. Kwa kwamba kutahiriwa kwa wanaume ni kungolewa kwa meno, lakini sasa hivi tunaona kwamba serikali imesema kwamba itakuwa inachunguza waone kama wametahiriwa. Wadhani ni jambo zuri?
No. I think the government should look for something else to do better. Because this thing, it's about the culture, how somebody is believing. There are people that, like in Nyanza, there are great-grandfathers who are not circumcised and they still lived a very good life. They gave birth to children, not even children, many children, and countless children, but still they were not affected by any disease and anything. But so I think this thing the government they just want a way of looting resources. They will allocate resources for minor things, minor issues.
They want to reduce the rate of spread of HIV and other diseases.
That is not nini. Is it guaranteed? It's not guaranteed. There are people who are circumcised and they are HIV positive. So it's not guaranteed that if you are circumcised, you will be safe. Ama you will be immune to HIV. No.
Elisha, this initiative by the government to kuweza kubaini ikiwa wanaume wametahiriwa, is it a good move to go? Are we heading to the right direction?
No. I think the government...
You are opposing this again?
Opposing that thing. Personally, I'm from Nyanza. I'm opposing that thing.
Okay.
And the other thing is that that process is a hard process. And passing through that process ya kisu, changamoto kubwa sana.
So passing through the process ya kisu na kungolewa meno 6.
Process ya kisu ni inachanganya kidogo. Na I don't think that process ama passing through that process or not passing through that process inaweza influence kuleta magonjwa. Mtu atahiriwe ama asitahiriwe, I don't think anaweza pata huo ugonjwa wenye government ina try ku express through.
Hadi sikuulizi swali. Manake siri iliyowavunia Algeria ufalme wa soka ya Afrika. Bila shaka ni habari za spoti. Nitakuwa na kupakulia na niweze kueleza jinsi ambavyo mambo yalikuwa manake wajua nahodha na soka ni kama ulimi na mate. Na katika gazeti la Daily Nation, how fake IDPs stole millions from state, na MPs to investigate 2.7 billion government fund for internal displaced Kenyan that is facing audit queries after it emerged that official paid out millions of shillings to people who could not even provide relevant identification document. Yani rate of corruption kwa taifa letu, yani iko tu ligi yake Edu. Iko tu ligi yake.
Yes, these are the issues that really concern the common mwananchi. And you know, we are looking at a government that is struggling to meet a budgetary deficit, a government that the environmental economy is not doing so well. We're looking at the cost of power being just too high, even to boost investment and attract more foreign direct investment. And here we're looking at also government agencies just misusing money, using money as if like Kenya, you just go and draw money. You know, go out there and see how Kenyans are working so hard against leaders who are working so hard to fleece the economy. When we get to hear about these stories, surely somebody should take responsibility for that. This is billions of money that have been lost. You go into hospitals,
no one can account for.
Yes, there are no drugs. Go into schools, no proper infrastructure. Come to you know, the SMEs. You look at young people venturing into businesses and the way they are struggling with the taxman always on there, just at their preparing a noose. And really, when the president talks about corruption, I do not know what DCI now is doing, and with the MPs with their constitutionally mandated role of oversighting national revenue as contemplated under Article 95(4)(c) of the Kenyan Constitution, and really we need to unearth. And when we unearth, we just don't need to be told this is the person who did the anomaly. These are the accounting officers who erred in their functionalities. What we need to see is prosecution of those people who are responsible for these loss of billions, because that money could have done something significant for our economy. Yeah.
Na mtazamaji, bila shaka habari hizi na zingine nyingi ama kwa undani zaidi uweza pata habari hino katika ukurasa wa 4 wa gazeti la Daily Nation. On PD, all eyes on Uhuru as Ouko terms expires. Huyu ni Auditor General hapa Kenya na muda wake unatamatika, so itakuwaje? So what's the way forward after Ouko's term ina expire?
Uhuru, I commend Ouko for a very good job. That guy has done a very fantastic job. And we pray that somebody will take over from him. Should also follow the footsteps and should be even better than him. So we pray that Uhuru should look for somebody at least who is not, he should not look at his friends to replace Ouko, but he should appoint somebody that has integrity like Ouko, or somebody that is better than Ouko to some extent. Yes.
Elisha, Ouko amekuwa akionyesha kazi nzuri sana hasa katika audit zake humu nchini. Wadhani kwamba tutamkumbuka kwa mambo yapi?
Ouko tutamkumbuka Ouko kwa kazi yake nzuri amefanya katika hii field yake ya auditing. And a full hand of appreciation goes to him for finishing his term with full integrity and performing his duties as per the constitution. Yeah.
Na katika ukurasa huu wa People's Daily, ukurasa wa kwanza bado tu MPs votes to fight Okot kuradhi punguza mzigo initiative. Big story, big win for farmers as KPCU KFA revamping gets underway today. Okay, health matters, on health matters, health ministry earlies fears on swine flu outbreak in katika gazeti la PD. And there's a story here, Edu, on page 2 of the daily of the Standard, and it's a continuation from I think page 6 of the referendum bill, and division of MPs and the members of the Senate on this issue of Okoth's Punguza Mizigo initiative. You say that you are not supporting the bill.
Yeah, because look, the bill is proposing to increase the size of constituencies against reducing the number of MPs, and then again reducing the salaries of the various.
Itakuwa na maeneo bunge machache compared to now ambao maeneo bunge ni mengi sana.
But again, we are looking at efficiency of service delivery. We are looking at the effectiveness of having a larger jurisdictional area against a minimized facilitation, you know. So it brings the issue of efficiency. And we really must be very careful, because our problem is not just about salaries. It is also about wastage. So we need to take care of wastage. Yes, our total salaries in terms of our total budget is about 52-53%, which is just way too much, and it leaves very little for development. And you've seen some counties allocating zero money on development. So the question is, when are we going to develop? And if we can be able to tackle the issue of wastage and corruption and misuse of public resources, and then we'll have a lot to develop. And look at the monies we are giving to counties. Counties are being given billions of shillings, yet much of these billions are going into to pay unaccounted claims. Things that really cannot be verified practically, but monies have been given. They say against services rendered, services cannot be seen. So we must get serious as a country. We must do a thorough audit, a thorough analysis of our fiscal structure. You know, our fiscal deficit is just deafening, and we need to develop mechanisms. We need to take deliberate measures so that we empower small SMEs, small micro enterprises, so that they increase the revenue sources, so that we bridge that fiscal deficit. Again, so that when we are into 2020-2021 financial year, we are not looking at, again, a fiscal deficit that is, again, unimaginable. You see, if you look at 2019-2020 budget policy statement, it leaves us with a lot of billions to borrow internally and externally. And when you borrow internally, the threat you're creating is that you are stifling the savings of the private sector. Now the private sector will not have money to invest or to plow back into the economy, to get more machineries and create employment and improve our GDP and just develop our infrastructure. And when we go into external borrowing, we are also looking at a situation where the amount of debt, the debt burden that we are creating for the common mwananchi, which is constitutionally shared equally for the present and future generations, is widening. And when we have a GDP that is way past 55% of the public debt, we are looking at a situation or an economy where expansion and development is very minimal. Because look, our GDP is now the public debt burden is way beyond 50% of our GDP. And when it is beyond 50%, that is already a red line. And the World Bank has already warned Kenya about the public debt. We are borrowing too much. And
so what are we supposed to do then?
No, our government...
We need to develop our country.
Yes, a government, by the way,
we should focus so much on how to close the loopholes of corruptions and wastage of resources. That is the main thing. Once they work on that, then borrowing will not be high, will not be that level where Kenya is now.
How can we work
the level of debt will not be where we are, yes?
How can we work on that?
Wastage, I think new laws should be enacted. That is what should we focus on, not even changing the constitution. We should focus on how we can deal with these people who are found in corruption. Like in other countries, if you go to China, you are being killed. If you are found in the corruption cases, they kill you. That's something that should be done in this country. If they kill at least 2 people, that will be the end of corruption in this nation. I think they should work on how they can fight the corruption. Once they work on that, there will be no need for borrowing. Because there are countries that don't borrow. Tanzania don't borrow. Magufuli don't borrow.
Our country is very endowed, by the way, briefly on this issue. Because, number one, look at how industrious the Kenyan population is. Look at how wasteful our elected leaders are. Look at how our economy is working. You know, our economy is a taxing economy. And as I said last week, I've never seen a country that has grown on the basis of overtaxing its citizens. You overtax, you reduce the reserves the citizens are saving to invest. And when you strain our reserves, that means we cannot even expand our business. That means we cannot use the monies we are getting in terms of profit to purchase other things and increase, increase retail sales that really tremendously affect the GDP. And what we need to do as a country is, number one, empower our innovative and creative and entrepreneurial young people. You know, we have the best young people. These are the young people. They are the most productive people that this country has. In fact, the country has not
Can they be dependent on?
Yes, they can. The country has not fully tapped into the competence of our young people because they are hungry to learn. They are hungry to produce. They are hungry to show the world that they are the best that this country has got.
But
and until we plug into the competence, entrepreneurial and just the innovative ability of our young people, we will not realize the vision 2030 that this country has earmarked. We will not even see the life of the Big Four agenda. We will not even see to the Sustainable Development Goals. Yet, these are the instruments that are promising Kenya a future that is robust, that is economically viable, that is going to make sure that the GDP of this country is not just 9%, but 10%. That means everybody, at least everybody, is going to have a salary at the end of every month. We are going to pay taxes. In fact, the government will be looking at a fiscal year where we are having surplus. Why don't we be the first country in Africa where we have a surplus budget so that we say our budget is this and we have this money in extra? So you see, that's the economy we want. Not every time we are lagging behind to say how much are we going to borrow.
That can be achieved if tough measures to control, to stop corruption are put in place. Tough measures, not just tough. The tough ones that somebody thinks of, if he thinks of stealing public resources, then if tough measures like Saudi Arabia are implemented in this country, I'm sure within a year this country will be better, in a better place.
Streamlined.
Yeah, it will be streamlined.
We have laws.
We have laws that say if you're found culpable, you know, an economic crime is a very serious crime in this country. It's a very serious crime in this country. You jailed for life or even a death sentence. That's an economic crime. The problem is we do not have a law that provides for timelines within which an economic crime case is prosecuted. You'll be introduced in court, and because of the power and the influence you wield, that case will take forever. You will die and that case is still on. You understand? So,
and there are many cases that are going on.
We just need a review of the Kenya Economic Crimes Act, so that we amend it in such a way that we insert the clause of a specific timeline within which an economic crimes case is prosecuted. So that we know if you're charged today, in 1 year, that judgment should have been rendered. This is also going to ensure judges are on toes so that they are not influenced. Let them acquit people on unfair ground, we see. Let them convict people on fair grounds, we see. Let them acquit also on fair grounds, we see. So that also our judiciary is very pragmatic and making decisions that are on the basis of the rule of law.
Na mtazamaji, bila shaka ni gumzo hapa studioni, twadurusu magazeti yetu ya leo na mjadala umechacha kweli kweli. Napumzika kidogo na nikirudi tutakuwa tunamalizia awamu ya kwanza ya kuchambua magazeti, alafu tuingie kwa the big topic ambapo ni uongozi katika vyuo vyetu vya humu nchini. Usiondoke, manake narudi kwa muda usiokuwa mrefu. Wako. Kwa majina ni Muhammad Obura na hii ni Sabah Show
on Horizon TV.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Walk with us as we tell you the stories of our society.
Wengine atavaa mtandio kichwani, utafikiri ni kijihandkerchief.
Enzi za wakati wa kusema ati alisema
akasisitiza akihutubia wanahabari, enzi hizo hazipo tena.
Kwa kuchimbua na kunakili matukio kwa undani.
We want to create current awareness.
Ranging from adventure, human interest and inspirational stories.
Ili kuweza kukuelimisha, kukuburudisha na kukubumbuisha.
Words have been said, but now it is time to lay the foundation that will impact the world.
Terrorism is terrorism, no matter who is behind the trigger.
Wake up to exciting mornings every day. Active Jumatatu with Mohammed Obura. Tech Tuesday with Yusuf Farah. Women issues all about women with Rahma Swaleh. Ibtisam Jamal on special edition business desk. All about your health on Healthy Thursday with Mariam Mwacharo. And Tony Apartment issues with Aisha Khan on the round. Fresh discussions, direct probe on the Sabah Show on Horizon TV.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Waswahili wanasema chelea chelea utapata mwana si wako. Kwa majina ni Muhammad Obura na hii ni Sabah Show
on Horizon TV.
Na mtazamaji, karibu katika awamu yetu ya mwisho wa durusu ama kudurusu magazeti yetu ya leo, na tunazama kidogo manake tuangazia baadhi ya habari muhimu sana ambazo zimeweza kuandikwa ama zimeweza kuchapishwa katika magazeti yetu ya humu nchini. Na katika gazeti la Taifa Leo, Bwana Elisha, kuna habari hapa ambayo inasema kwamba hofu wakazi wakitakiwa kutulia ndani ya nyumba zao, na huku ni kaunti ya Lamu, na ni kwamba wakazi wa vijiji vya mpakani mwa Lamu na Somalia walilazimishwa kujifungia ndani ya nyumba zao kwa zaidi ya masaa 8 kwa kuhofia mashambulio ya kundi la kigaidi la Al-Shabaab. Unajua kwamba Kenya imekuwa ikipigana dhidi ya kundi hili la ugaidi la Al-Shabaab, na tumeweza kuona kwamba wakazi wa vijiji vya mpakani kule Lamu, katika mpaka wa Lamu na Somalia, kulikuwa na hofu labda tuenda tukavamiwa na Al-Shabaab. Tutakuwa tunashuhudia mambo hadi lini?
Nikidhani the best solution that to fight this insecurity in Lamu is for the government of Kenya to raise their antennas, the whatevers, so that they withdraw the security of Kenya, the KDF, the so-called the KDF, from the borders of the Somalis. At least warudi kwetu nyumbani, wachane na to fight for the security of these our Kenyan nations. Na I think KDF kuwa kule Somali it raises a sense of attractions for Al-Shabaab to this our nation. Yeah.
Fred, tumekuwa tukiona mashambulizi yakiweza kufanyika katika taifa hili la Kenya, na Al-Shabaab of most cases wamekuwa kusema kwamba they are the one responsible for the attacks. So how can we end all this?
The only way we can end this is by KDF are in Somalia to protect interest of politicians in this country, major politicians. So the only way that we can solve this problem, we can call this problem to an end, is by withdrawing our KDF from Somalia, because the KDF in Somalia are worrying the Al-Shabaab there, and that's why they're coming to Kenya to attack Kenyans, because they want the KDF to be withdrawn from that country. Yes. So the solution to that,
are you sure of that?
I'm very sure of that. Yes. Because once you start touching on that issue, withdrawing the KDF, you'll see how some top politicians will be reacting in this country. Just start a campaign that, oh, you want KDF back to this country. The top politicians of this country will start reacting in a very, very vigorous way. Yeah, I'm very sure about that.
I do.
Once we withdraw the politicians back to this country, we withdraw the KDF to this country, you'll see how the country will be very peaceful. Okay, which are some of these interests? Interests, no, that one I cannot mention.
Yeah, I think first of all, we must commend the Kenya Defence Forces for their
They're
gallant
doing a good
work.
job.
Yes, they are doing a good job. Is a highly trained force, and actually, I don't think there is any force in East Africa and Central that would match our KDF. And yes, the stay in Somalia, in my opinion, is long overdue. Somalia,
they need to come back.
Somalia must be given a chance to make mistakes. They must be given a chance to lead and govern and secure themselves. Constitutionally, the Kenya Defence Forces are mandated to protect our borders. So we need to withdraw our troops from Somalia and station them on our borders so that we secure our citizens in Lamu and those coastal areas and those northeastern and all those security risk areas, so that we create buffer zones to make sure that the Al-Shabaab are not spilling from Somalia, because you see our forces are in Somalia, yet KDF are coming, the Al-Shabaab are coming into our country. You understand? You want to think about how that is happening. And again, we need to make sure that we fix the issue of our porous borders, because they are the ones sipping the Al-Shabaab into our territory and killing our people, you know, maiming people, leaving others wounded. So we really need to take care of that, and the president needs to you know, sometimes being strong is not always making a fist. Sometimes to be strong, you need to unclench your fist and extend a hand and say, we've done our bit, and now what is remaining is for you now to take over. So let the president do the honorable thing and withdraw troops, make them secure our borders, and our Kenyans to be safe. We do not want this terrorism to keep
that's the
going.
only way we will see the Al-Shabaab militia not attacking Kenya. Tulete maskari wetu nyumbani.
Wamefanya kazi kwa muda.
US withdrew their troops as well. Yes. Should be remembered.
But they're under AMISOM.
Yep.
Sawa, tushana mambo. Wakulima kuzidi kuhifadhi mahindi. Edu, tunajua kwamba katika gazeti la Business Daily wanasema how Kiunjuri made U-turn on Mexico maize import. And then on page 2 of Taifa Leo, wakulima kuzidi kuyahifadhi mahindi yao. Wanasema kwamba wakulima wana mahindi kwa magala yao, lakini bado wanahifadhi, manake hawataki kuuzia serikali, kwa sababu serikali pesa ama bei ambayo serikali itakununua nayo ile mahindi ni bei ya chini sana. So no, the only way, acha tubaki na mahindi yetu, serikali ikitaka kuleta mahindi yao, ahlan wa sahlan.
I think the problem we face is a structural and interest-laden issue in our Ministry of Agriculture. Look, why should we buy abroad, yet farmers are keeping the grain they harvested the previous season? Why should we import sugar, yet we have farmers with cane, yet Mumias has collapsed? Why should we have the Big Four agenda, particularly on food security, yet there is no sufficient effort being rallied around ensuring Kenya is a food secure country? Why do we need to impoverish our farmers by way of supporting foreign economies? You see, buying abroad doesn't strengthen our plants and factories, doesn't empower our farmers. First of all,
but just of late, the CS Mwangi Kiunjuri say that they are not planning to import maize because in the next 2 months farmers watakuwa na harvest mazao yao.
What about the harvest that happened last planting season? You see,
no kija hapa, there's still maize.
Yes, they still have.
So kuzidi kuhifadhi mahindi yao, meaning that bado mahindi hapo Kenya.
There is grain in this country. Just that Mwangi Kiunjuri is not taking full responsibility, because why do you need to wait for the new grain to come, yet you have not purchased the grain that was planted the previous season? The Ministry of Agriculture should really be serious about this issue of food security. I mean, Mwangi Kiunjuri, in his decisions, is actually being a stumbling block towards the implementation of the Big Four agenda on food security, because we need to empower our farmers. Let us develop policies that are buy Kenya first, and then if what we have is not sufficient to supplement us, is not able to suffice us for the remaining period, and then we can think about importing. Look at Uganda. They have a very elaborate sugar production policy. it is, first of all, they take care of the Ugandan market before they think of exporting. And it is not news that we import sugar from Uganda. Yet, look at our farmers. Look, go to Muhoroni, go to the Nyanza Sugar Belt region, go to Western Kenya. Our farmers are uprooting cane because the production, the buying is no longer viable because
Uganda kutoka pa Kenya sukari yao alafu
yes, they return it as a fine product. And where is the lapse?
I second what Edwin has said. I think CS Kinjuri is just dancing the tune of cartels.
Okay. Sure.
I
think we are running out of time.
Yes.
And before we take a short commercial break and come back with today's topic of discussion, on page 26, on page 16 of the Star, there's a story here. Iran wants UK against escalating tension. Kumekuwa na vurugu kati ya Iran na UK kuhusiana na meli yao, au wanashika meli yao wengine, au wanaweza kuzuia meli yao ya mafuta ambayo ilikuwa inaenda Syria. Lakini sasa hii Iran washatoa onyo kwa taifa la Uingereza.
Iran is biting more than he can chew. Iran, it has been on war path with US. Now it is UK. US and UK are almost like the same thing.
Same thing.
They are allies. So I do not think right now there is any country that wants to go to war, because right now we have sophisticated weapons. You know,
and they're ready.
One ICBM would cause unforgettable massacre.
Okay.
No country wants to go to war right now.
Okay, for this and more stories, you can have your copy of the Star on page 16 and you can read more on that story. Na mtazamaji, hadi hapa twatamatisha durusu zetu za magazeti yetu ya leo, na uweza pata nakala yako ili uweze kuona ni mambo yapi ambayo yameweza kupewa kipaumbele ama mambo yapi ambayo yameweza kuzungumziwa. Na mtazamaji, tazama kidogo na nikirudi takuwa tunazungumzia topic of the day ambayo ni leadership in campuses. Je, vijana wetu wanaendeshaje shughuli katika vyuo vyao? Basi wako hapa tayari kulidadavua hili swala kiundani na waweze kutueleza jinsi ambavyo wanaendesha shughuli zao katika ama kwenye vyuo vikuu humu nchini. Baada ya mapumziko mafupi tutakuwa tunaungana nao kuweza kuzungumza mambo mengi sana ya uongozi. Pata mwana si wako. Kwa majina ni Muhammad Obura na hii ni Sabah Show
on Horizon TV.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Walk with us as we tell you the stories of our society.
Wengine atavaa mtandio kichwani utafikiri ni kijihandkerchief.
Enzi za wakati wa kusema ati alisema akasisitiza akihutubia wanahabari, enzi hizo hazipo tena.
Kuchimbua na kunakili matukio kwa undani.
We want to create current awareness,
ranging from adventure, human interest and inspirational stories,
ili kuweza kukuelimisha, kukuburudisha na kukubumbuisha.
Words have been said, but now it is time to lay the foundation that will impact the world.
Terrorism is terrorism, no matter who is behind the trigger.
This is the street quiz. We are back. What's your name, bro?
Mustafa Awad.
So I'm looking for county number 023.
Nairobi.
Turkana.
Nanti.
I don't know.
Sasa inamaanisha ni mazuri.
Right now I don't remember.
Pana Nairobi ni 047. Ukitaka kujua ni gani? Tazama street quiz ndani ya Horizon TV. Bro, here is your t-shirt inshallah. Horizon branded t-shirt from Horizon TV.
kalamu imeinuliwa kwa watu sampuli 3, yani hawaandikiwi madhambi. Wa kwanza, mtoto mdogo mpaka atakapo balighi. Mtu amelala akaota, akazungumza, akapiga makelele, akabobokwa, haandikiwi madhambi. Na mtu ambaye ni mwandazimu mpaka akili yake itakaporudi. Yoyote miongoni mwenu ambaye atakuwa ni mgonjwa au ala safarin, au atakuwa katika safari, fa'iddatu min ayamin ukhar, anaruhusiwa kula kisha atalipa baadaye. Muhimu zile ambazo wadaiwa uziweke hisabu, na kila ukilipa uondoshe mpaka atakapomaliza.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation. You're watching Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Haro! Wacha niongezee kredi tingine ya shilingi 10 nikupigie sahi.
Ongeza ya mbao.
Mugaka gaki. Yani unanipenda mpaka umeamua kuniongezea shilingi 10 ingine tu.
Hapana, siwezi kuongezea mapenzi ya 10. Hata nikutunukie katoto kingine.
Tunukiwa sasa iko na ofa mpya ya Credo double. Piga *444*0#. Ukichagua ofa ya shilingi 10 utapata Credo ya 20. Ofa ya 20 utapata Credo ya 40. Ofa ya 50 utapata Credo ya 100 kwa network yoyote. Kumbuka ni star kwa mara 3 *0#.
You're watching Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Do you want to enjoy the convenience of a credit card that fully adheres to Islamic principles of financing? Then Gulf African Bank's Awal Credit Card, the first Islamic credit card in East Africa, is the solution you're looking for. It is a card that will ultimately complement your lifestyle. The Gulf African Bank Awal Islamic Credit Card offers a viable option for all people ascribing to the Islamic mode of banking, Muslims and non-Muslims alike, to access interest-free credit. The Gulf African Bank Awal cardholders are only charged a service fee for the benefits and privileges provided by Gulf African Bank instead of being charged interest. It also comes with great perks and privileges, including worldwide airport lounge access. You will be able to know the cost up front, which will empower your decision making. You will get a partial refund on early repayment. The card has been enabled for non-permissible transaction filtering, meaning it can only be used for transactions considered Sharia compliant. Shop the right way, dine the right way, travel the right way. Call 071-107-5000. SMS AWAL to 21981 or visit your nearest branch to order yours today. Gulf African Bank, your partner through life's journey.
You're watching Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Abu Najma with kids. We learn Quran. We learn Quran. We learn Quran. We learn Quran. We learn Hadith. We learn Hadith. We learn Hadith. We learn Hadith. We learn the duas. We learn the duas. We learn the duas. We learn the duas. We love a prophet. We love a prophet. We love a prophet. We love a prophet. Abu Najma with kids. Abu Najma with kids. We learn Quran. We learn Quran. We learn Quran. We learn Quran. We learn Hadith.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are now at the Arena 1. And over here we have player of the day.
I'm back to beat Hamza's team.
He's a diver.
I chose Surah Al-Mutaffifin. I don't know the names, but Nabi Isa said, I am a slave of Allah Is it Prophet Luqman?
1 point for this team.
Welcome to Active Sunday.
Things which will happen at the last day, which is very shocking.
That's not fair because I wasn't here.
It's a happy, happy, happy day. Oh, what a happy day it is for Active Sunday.
Kiumbe dhaifu lakini jasiri.
Alitunukiwa sura nzima,
sura inayompa daraja yake inavyostahiki. Sharti ajigambe.
Naam, na pepo ipo chini ya nyayo zake.
Mpamba nyumba na nyoyo za wapendwa wake.
anayebeba majukumu yake pasina kupinga.
Mtazamaji, je, unamfahamu anayezungumziwa?
Bila ya kusahau hadhi yake na haki zake.
Ungana nami Rahma Swaleh na Sheikh Juma Amir
tukuelimishe na kukupa mwelekeo katika maisha ya ndoa
kwenye kipindi Dira ya Mwanamke,
kila Jumamosi na Jumapili saa 2 usiku majira ya Afrika Mashariki ndani ya Horizon TV.
Much makeup should a woman put when she's going out? Now, the answer to this is naturally a woman is created a very attractive person. And if she avoids, exposing her beauty, the better. Again, I go back, that's the whole purpose of hijab. So it should be very much on the minimal if she has to. And when I say the minimal, it means the natural, the lotion and what have you, and not lipstick, not the mascara, not the too much things that women tend to do. So when a woman is going out, then she should put it on the minimal, only do what is natural and avoid makeup as much as possible, because again, if she puts too much makeup, that will flout her hijab rules. So she should put it on the minimal, and if she wants to put makeup, she can put it inside her home, maybe before her husband and before her mahrams. Wallahu a'lam.
Wake up to exciting mornings every day. Active Jumatatu with Mohammed Obura. Tech Tuesday with Yusuf Farah. Women issues all about women with Rahma Swaleh. Ibsam Jamal on special edition business desk. All about your health on Healthy Thursday with Mariam Mwacharo. And Tony Apartment issues with Aisha Khan on the round. Fresh discussions, direct probe on the Sabah Show on Horizon TV.
Shiriki nami Rahma Swaleh, mwingine kopi, ndani ya The Sabah Show
on Horizon TV.
I am Aisha Khan. Let's brighten up your morning. You're watching The Sabah Show
on Horizon TV.
Na kwetu wanatambua kama Mariam Mwacharo. You're watching The Sabah Show
on Horizon TV.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are now at the Arena 1.
Luigi, just stand there.
And over here we have player of the day.
I'm back to beat Hamza's team.
Is it time?
I chose Surah Al-Mutaffifin. I don't know the names, but Nabi Isa said, I am a slave of Allah. Is it Prophet Luqman?
1 point for this team.
Welcome to Active Sunday.
Things which will happen at the last day, which is very shocking. That's not fair because I wasn't here.
It's a happy, happy, happy day. Oh, what a happy day it is for Active Sunday.
Kwa jina nilobarikiwa nalo ni Ibtisam Jamal. Ungana nami katika Sabah Show
on Horizon TV.
Quote of the day. Uthman bin Affan radiyallahu anhu said, "He who makes the book of Allah as his guide would remain safe from sin, and he would be counted among the best of men.
Wake up to exciting mornings every day. Active Jumatatu with Mohammed Obura. Tech Tuesday with Yusuf Farah. Women issues all about women with Rahma Swaleh. Ibtisam Jamal on Special Edition Business Desk. All about your health on Healthy Thursday with Mariam Mwacharo. And Tony Apartment Issues with Aisha Khan on the round. Fresh discussions, direct probe on the Sabah Show on Horizon TV.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Waswahili wanasema chilea utapata mwana si wako. Kwa majina ni Muhammad Obura na hii ni Sabah Show
on Horizon TV.
Na mtazamaji, bila shaka ni kipindi kikubwa sana hichi cha Sabah Show Active Jumatatu, na kila siku ya Active Jumatatu watu ko active, na tayari naona mmoja kati ya wasanii wangu the Iron Lady tayari yupo studioni na sijui lana nini. Iron Lady, tupe mikeke.
Now the atmosphere is calm. The people who talked bad about my physical and mental appearance, they are no longer the same. See, I remember how innocent I was, bordering a matter too, as a poisoned dose reaching campus. When I flip east, others would go west, as long as the tsunami hit the direction of campus. See, I remember how they looked at me and said I can't be a leader. Is that how it meant to be? Now they reformed from haters to lovers. That's why wanani confuse na minister, juvile minister. Thank you.
Shaka ni star huyu Iron Lady ambaye sema kwamba ni star. Ha? Mama nzuri sana.
Huyo mwanadada huyu ako na kipawa pale.
Na studio tayari namuona Kibe ashafika, chairman kutoka KC University. Welcome to the show.
I'm very much happy to be here.
Yeah. Chair lady of all the colleges in Kenya. Hafsa Abdi. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
You good?
Yes.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
You are ready for this?
Yes.
Mtazamaji, kumbuka ni mambo mbalimbali itakuwa tunadadisi leo, hasa uongozi katika vyuo vikuu humu nchini. Je, viongozi hawa ambao wanapata fursa ya kuweza kuongoza wanafunzi katika vyuo hivi, how accountable are they? Je, kuna changamoto zote ambazo wanapitia? Je, baada ya kuweza kumaliza shule, uongozi wao unaishia pale skuli ama ndo stepping stone au kuingia katika mambo ya siasa? Manake tayari pale skuli ama katika vyuo vyao wanaendeleza siasa pale shuleni. Na nipo naye Edwin Airo ambaye ni mchanganuzi wangu wa masala ya siasa na vile vile former president Moi University.
University kubwa hiyo.
University kubwa?
Kubwa.
Na in current president, KC University. Chair lady. All colleges in Kenya.
Panel kubwa hii, panel kubwa. The seat, because first of all, there was a history in place, because there is also the issue of majority and minority in terms of schools. And in our school, in Moi University here, the majority were the School of Business. So for all the student doing, and I knew where I wanted to go, and I knew that my blueprint was the best blueprint that any other leader has offered, because it was very pragmatic, it was succinct, it was to the point. And when I started to campaign, I did it with the best that God created me with. Because actually, I had no doubt in my mind I was going to win that seat, I was going to deliver. Yes, it was tough, we campaigned, we ran, and of course I won that seat with the landslide. And in fact, my party in my campus won. Yes, my party won all the elected seats, everything. We took everything.
The source of your campaign money, ulikuwa unatoa wapi na mambo mengine mbalimbali. Welcome to the show, Mr. Kibe. For how long have you been in the office?
Now this is my second term in office.
Second term?
My second term in office.
How many times are you supposed to serve in the office?
With the current constitution, we're only limited to 2. I wish we could be given an extra one so that we can be able to exercise our powers fully. But this is my second term. First, I served as the Sports and Entertainment Secretary, which was demanding so much attention. Then this is the second one. Due to the demand from the students, I had to go for the Secretary General because there are so many issues that needed to be sorted, and I thought that I was best fit for that position.
So kachana masala ya entertainment mpira.
Yes.
The likes of akina CEO wa FKF tuliweza kumwona jana aliza ku resign Robert Mudhoni on the allegation kwamba kuna tetesi anajaribu kutransfer wachezaji. Kuna kesi ya John Avire lakini acha nisizungumzie sasa hii cause baadaye itakuwa nenda kwa press conference kule kuweza kujua venye mambo yalikuwa. Welcome to the show. Jina kubwa sana Hafsa Abdi. Yes. Chair lady. Yeah. How long have you been in the office?
And I'm running 2 departments. One of the departments, I'm a KUSA official, Kenya Student University Organization. That's why I hold to advocate for all colleges in this country. And the other department is I study at Kenya Medical Training College, current campus, and I hold the finance docket there. So so current campus is a different thing. I mean KMTC is a different thing in terms of leadership. First of all, the name of our political party is called SRC, Student Representative Council. And I remember the first time I joined KMTC and I wanted to join the leadership. I knew leadership is in me, and I realized
from way back.
Yes, from way back. I was a head girl, by the way, back in my high school, and I remember I decided to raise the political temperatures in that school because people didn't know how to run politics, the strategies to make in order to win a political, a seat in the college, because KMTC was never practicing leadership a lot, and I have decided to open the eyes for them. I remember I'm in current campus, so I remember the time I was doing the politics, I even talked to the Naboka guys. You know, the buses are very limited there. We have Naboka and KBS, and I remember I talked to one of the Naboka guys. Okay. I took the 2 buses all the way to, there's a village next to our college called Gataka, and I could collect all the students, and I start giving them eggs and what na leta wale watu wa kuuza mayai pale hiyo village. Naingiza kwa basi wote then. Yeah, I sell to the students. So as they eat, I talk to them, I tell them what I have for them, all my visions, everything that I want to do for them, and they were really happy with me, and I won at the end of the day. Yeah.
Kobe, kampeni kwa vipi kule skuli, kampeni kuhakikisha kwamba unapata kura za wanafunzi? How is it to campaign in campus?
My first time it was a bit easier. It was a bit easier in that I had someone who guided me the office. But the second time I used a different strategy, because you know in campus politics you always have people wanting to take your seat. You find that there is 1 seat but you are around 7 of you, so you have to do something different from what the rest are doing for you, at least if there is a chance for you to win. So what I did this time, I had a team, we called ourselves CR7, whereby we formed of the chairman, the secretary and the finance. We had it composed of all the posts, and then each one of us had a bit of contribution. So from the contribution, and you know, with the changes in the constitution, now we use the delegate system, whereby we have representatives from the institution, where whom represent the student, then the students who have been elected by the rest of the students then elect the student leaders. So it composed of about 45 delegates, so that requires a lot of money. I thought with the current system it's going to be easier to campaign compared with the last one, but this one happens to be so much expensive than the other one, because for you to have these 42 people to listen to you, you need to have something good for them.
Yes. So my question is, your source of income. or your source of money ya kufanya campaign. Where do you get this money to do campaign? Because the allegation that majority of student leaders are being funded by the politician to run for the positions.
I can answer that. And the money that we do our politics with is not mainly from politicians. That's a very wrong thing. And most of the time, we get our money from the students themselves. For example, when we have, in a year, we have 2 admissions. We have March intake and September intake. Each student in different universities pay different prices. For example, for the school itself, for the organization, for example, SRC, each student can pay 1,500 shillings on admission. We have like 400 students joining only for March intake, for example. We get all that money from the students. Then we start, again, September intake, we can get another money, like let's say 300 students joining the college. At the end of the day, we have all this money, and we get to use only the budget for the parties, the bash, what you call. On each year, I think it's only once. And
the rest of money is used to campaign.
The rest, this is the current office I'm talking about.
The current office you're talking about.
So what happens after they use everything, before they leave the office, they will have to cater for the campaigns that will be done for the incoming officials. So at the end of the day, before they leave the office, we must have money that has remained in the account to cater for the campaigns for the incoming officials. You get me?
But is this money enough, Mr. Kibe? Because I know there's allegation, I've been in campus, and there's politicians funding leaders to do their campaigns. It's a fact.
It's true and it's untrue. I can answer it in that way.
You agree and disagree?
Yeah, I agree and disagree. Because what happens, maybe there may be a leader who has been grooming you, because he sees more in you than just he sees you beyond the campus politics. So you need to have a step where, a place whereby you can practice your political skills, so that once you're out of the campus, you can go on with that, with the same. So if this leader sees that in you, he can be able to support you a bit of the campaigns. And then, you know, usually say you cannot be given your food, you cannot be given food and then it cannot be forced into mouth. So even you need to have some cash that you have been having. Like ourselves, what we did, we contributed each a certain portion of amount. Then we had other leaders who I will not mention assisting us with our campaigns.
Political leaders.
Yeah, political leaders. Because they believe that we are the leaders of tomorrow. And and it starts.
The commenters.
They're like commenters, true. The commenters, they do give us direction so that they can see the difference in us from other leaders. So that if you have noticed, with the current system, we have not been having so much strikes other than some time back. Because this is the kind of thing that they're trying to do differently. So that they're stepping in, assisting us, giving us how we can be able to sort issues other than going to the streets, how we can be able to solve our problems internally, and at the end of the day, being able to provide a solution to the students. So some of the leaders give us finances, some finances come from our pockets, and even we have the business community within the school. The business community always contributes a portion, because if you win, then at the end of the day, they will also have a return of the same.
So I think we'll be coming on that. Edu, amezungumzia swala la strikes tumeshuhudia, like last year kulikuwa na strikes nyingi sana during your time, and you are very vocal when the lecturers were going on strike. You are very vocal ukisema kwamba unawapa ultimatum time, if they don't report back to work, then the comrades will take an action.
That is the script of a leader. I mean, you must be ready to take anything and everything that comes your way. You know, leadership is not a bed of roses. It really has its own ups and downs. You really have to go out of your way to make a way for the constituents that you're representing. And yes, leadership is not an easy walk. It's a calling, and it's tough. And you know, leaders, most of university and colleges student leaders end up in politics. You look at people like Honorable Babu Namwamba, you look at Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah. These people have been leaders in campus.
My director Saida Abu anasema kwamba nakubali katika uongozi wako 100%.
Nashukuru kwa sababu
lakini swali moja. Pesa zako za kampeni ulitoa wapi? Mtazamaji atazame kidogo na tukirudi atakuwa atueleza mahali ambapo alitoa pesa zake, maana yake alitumia kitu kikubwa cha pesa kuweza kufanya kampeni akitumia truck kubwa sana katika kaunti hii ya Nairobi. Usiondoke, maana yake ndo mwanzo wa gumzo letu hapa studioni. Waswahili wanasema chelea utapata mwana si wako. Kwa majina ni Muhammad Obura na hii ni Sabah Show
on Horizon TV. Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation. Wake up to exciting mornings every day. Active Jumatatu with Mohammed Obura. Tech Tuesday with Yusuf Farah. Women issues all about women with Rahma Swale. Ibtisam Jamal on special edition business desk. All about your health on Healthy Thursday with Mariam Mwacharo. And Tony Apartment issues with Aisha Khan on the round. Fresh discussions, direct probe on the Sabah Show on Horizon TV.
Abu Najma with kids. We learn Quran. We learn Quran. We learn Quran. We learn Quran. We learn Hadith. We learn Hadith. We learn Hadith. We learn Hadith. We learn the duas. We learn the duas. We learn the duas. We learn the duas. We love a prophet. We love a prophet. We love a prophet. We love a prophet. Abu Najma with kids. Abu Najma with kids. We learn Quran. We learn Quran. We learn Quran. We learn Quran. We learn Hadith.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Waswahili wanasema chelea utapata mwana si wako. Kwa majina ni Muhammad Obura na hii ni Sabah Show
on Horizon TV.
Who funded you during your 2 terms tenure in the office?
Well, my funding largely came from friends' contributions and my own personal commitments. Yes, of course, there are those who believe in your leadership. There are those who say we are going to fund your campaign by this percentage. So normally, leaders who are funded to a certain extent, but of course you have to satisfy some interests once you get into office. Lazima you reward loyalty, and that facilitation with something. Could be business contracts, could be appointments here and there. So it's not a one-man thing. People come in and they help you fund your campaign.
Talking of that, this business community in campuses natajwa kwamba kuna biashara nyingi ambazo wazendelea pale, and there are allegation that these business people they look for favorite candidate, then they fund him or fund her with the cash, and then after the guy wins wanapewa kipaumbele kufanya biashara pale kwa campuses.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, somebody who has helped you cross the bridge, you will not want to forget them. You know, they have helped you to a certain extent, and you really have to return the hand, as they say. So that one is normal. We run businesses in universities, and those businesses are run by leaders, student leaders. So largely the student presidents determine who gets what. So if the business community is interested in businesses, they come to the president. They say, now we're interested in this. So the president will say, okay, fine, where is your proposal? We look at it, we see if it is meeting the criteria. But of course, for that person who has helped you fund your campaign, you are a bit lenient and moderate in terms of scrutinizing and everything.
Consider.
Yeah, of course. There's always that soft approach towards awarding these tenders. Yes, of course. They played a role in you getting that seat. So you can't be that stringent like that person who's just emerged from the thickets of nowhere, just like any other to look for business. Yeah, you want to reap where you have not sown.
So at the end of the day, you are awarding wale ambao walikusaidia kuweza kufanya kampeni yako.
Those are the ones.
Na kwa wanafunzi ambao wakupigia kura ama
no, the electorate, the work is to vote.
So you're giving back. Unaregesha mkono.
Yeah. What we do for the electorate, for the student, is to serve them well, to ensure their issues are well addressed, issues to do with marks, issues to do with the representation, issues to do with, just addressing all issues that pertain to students within the confines of school. I remember during my tenure, there are a number of students who got arrested here and there. Of course, there's so many. They call in and like, President, we've been arrested, and of course, because of my good relation with the security. Yes.
You just call them.
Yes.
They're my students.
Those are my students. Kindly release them.
That's how you operate, Fidel Kobe.
I can exactly do relate with the same.
That happen.
It's happened, especially mine, because it's along the Muthaiga Highway. It's been a common thing. Even they have made me be so much conversant with OCS. Because you will find that on a regular weekend basis, some of the students will be caught having fun, drinking the bitter. So the OCS will call us. We have our students, 3 of them who are found here, and they are doing this and that, and we'll go and rescue them, because at the end of the day, I believe our objective is to correct, but not punish. So usually we go there, have an understanding in the and find a way that we can correct them from the vice to giving them some good virtues that will, at the end of the day, help them outside the university. So I can relate with what Edin is saying. We usually do way beyond the university, outside the university.
Students must be protected because they are the future of this country. University students are very important. We must protect them. So whenever they are in trouble, we must help them to get out of trouble and just make their stay in the university very comfortable.
And of late in different campuses tumekuwa tukishuhudia wanafunzi wakiweza kuuawa vibaya sana. Maseno University, UON, JKUAT, KU, name them. The rates ambazo wanafunzi wanauawa katika vyuo vikuu, yani it's very wanting. Na of late research pia inaonyesha kwamba watoto wengi sana wanauawa. Sasa sijui leadership yenu ama leadership yenu na deal vipi na kuweza kuprotect wanafunzi mambo ya kuuawa, kuhakikisha kwamba they are safe in their campuses, because you protect them, you're their leaders.
Let me answer that. One thing I've noticed is that it's true with what you are saying, but just as the president said during some time back in one of the big conferences, he said that one of the major problems that we have in this country among the young generation is depression. So you find that most of the young people are depressed. Most of them are young depressed. So, and that's why you find some of them engaging in some funny habits. Some of them, they endanger their lives through the same. And some of them even, like I saw one in, was it Kenyatta University, wanted to go to, I don't know what he was going to do in State House. So you find that we are a depressed depressed generation, because we find that most of the young people, you have got the necessary skills, but you find that what you have got and what the countries get is being able to take from you is totally different. So it leaves you depressed, annoyed, very devastated, frustrated, and some of them do such things. But with regards to protection within the university, ours is secured. We usually have police officers. We work with the police officers within the different areas to ensure that those areas where our students live directly, there's some kind of protection and unity. so that we avoid this drama of fighting, them engaging in wars and what have you. So I think there's so much that we can do, but we are confined within the university. You know, outside there we have the laws of the country, so you cannot do the police work. But within the university, we ensure that their safety is our first priority.
Safety is the first priority.
Yes, we've seen especially many of our female students in universities have borne the brunt. You've had the association with some politicians has led to some of these students losing their lives. And it's also an issue to do with lifestyle, you know. Many of them, they want to get attached to these politicians, and you know, politicians are just politicians. You know, you come to his or her line when he or she sees a direct interest in you, like how can I use this person? You know, it could be for many things. Politicians are very crafty people. You know, when they see you, they see something in you. They might not see you as a person, but they see the substance. What can you do for me? You know, that's a politician thinking. So you see, like our female students, and many a times we've been telling all the students in general, because also even the boy child in the universities has also been
affected.
Yes, so we just need university students to lead responsible lives, because they are the future of this country. And we urge politicians to, for those who want to have university students for fun, to really not do that, because you're messing the life of this desperate student. You know, they also must be very responsible. So for our university students, we tell them, like, you must be responsible for your life, because your destiny is in your hands. You must be very careful with the way you relate with some of these established big names, because it could build you or ruin you. So the worst part is ruining you, and you know, losing a university student is losing the productivity of this country. It's not just a student, but the productivity, the creativity, and the ideas that these young students are having, bubbling ideas. So we are losing precious people in this country. But right now, the situation is a little bit subsidized, or it has subsided. So what we want is the current trend of responsibility in the actions of these students to keep going, so that at least we see students enrolled, and we see them graduate, and we see them get jobs, and we see them have money, doing so well in life. And that's really what we are looking for in these university students.
Na bila shaka wewe ni kiongozi na mwanamke vile vile katika uongozi. Do you have any programs ambazo labda zinawaleta pamoja wanadada wetu? Tunajua kwamba in campuses pale, yani a lot of things ambazo waza happen, na kwamba kuna mambo kama vile sponsors pale kwa campuses. How do you deal with such issues, na kisha kwamba okay, the girl child anapata fursa ya kuweza kumaliza shule vizuri without engaging into bad vices in the society, bad things which may cost his or her life, bad things ambazo zaletwa yeye kuweza kufukuzwa skuli?
Yeah, we as leaders, student leaders in the college or universities, what we do most of the time, we tend to first of all see who is most suffering in terms of paying fees. Then what we do as a committee, and we bring out the student that is less fortunate, and we go to the accounts office and ask them how much fees is she supposed to pay for the term. She hasn't paid, and when we tend to see this fees is a lot more than what she can be able to do, we call her, sit down with her, ask her how much she can bring on the table, and we see what we can contribute to her account as far as school fees is concerned. Number two, we also engage them in entertainment, as for example the Mr. and Miss KMTC, Mr. and Miss Universities. That makes them feel a little proud, and we get to pay them sometimes also on the winning, and also monthly payments are also there. So they tend to at least feel a bit composed, and they're able not to fall for these sponsor things in the universities, because this is one of the biggest things that challenge ladies most of the time. You find a lady is just getting a sponsor just because she's not able to get one sanitary pad for herself to use for the week or for the month, you know. So this is literally, at the end of the day, the reason is poverty. Although some of the girls, they tend to get sponsors because
of the lifestyle.
They just really want someone to just use because they accepted already that they're being used and they're going to be used. So we just...
So you have programs that are trying to mentor these young girls waweze kutoka katika ile fikra ambazo kwamba I'm supposed to do this in order to get this.
Yes, we collaborate with the lecturers. We come together and mentor these students, and without telling them that we are mentoring them because of 1, 2, 3 things. We just bring them together on board. Sometimes we mix boys and girls, and when we want to tackle the female issues, we bring them on board without mixing the students, and we give the chances to the lecturers to talk to them about these things by mentoring them about issues, the current issues affecting women. Yeah.
Mr. Kibe, of late we've been receiving reports that student leaders are being killed. Njoroge, former student leader from Meru University. We have cases from University of Nairobi. We have cases from Maseno University. Student leaders being killed. What's not happening in campuses?
That's very sad. First, that's what I would say. But secondly, I think what's happening with some of the leaders, if I can want to trace directly to that from UN University, you find that when you're in leadership, there's a stake you have in the institution in terms of the businesses. Then once you want to leave, once you are done with your term and you are no longer a student, you still want to hold on to those businesses. And as per the policies and the procedures within school, it requires that once you are out of the school, you should not hold any businesses. That's our policies states. So you find that, for example, a student has been holding a certain business within the institution. They have come another bunch of leaders, they continue coming, but this student is still persistently the one in control of this business. So that is where we start having problems, because it's like it's a show from those that are in power, that those who are in power, they're still in control. So you find that from such issues, you find that we have wrangles within them, and sometimes that can bring death. Some of them may start, some of them can start fighting themselves. Others, they hire goons to come and beat one another. That's one root of the problem. Secondly, I think what may be cause to that problem is that you find that this is my view.
Your view. Just hold on, we take a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll have to get your view. Mtazamaji, baada pumziko fupi, na tukirudi tutakuwa tunatamatisha kipindi hichi. Tuma kauli yako, ongea nami, nieleze, ona kwamba hawa ndio ma MP wa siku zijazo, hawa ndio viongozi wa taifa hili la Kenya. Haya mengine mengi baada ya mapumziko mafupi. Waswahili wanasema chelea utapata mwana si wako. Kwa majina ni Muhammad Obura na hii ni Sabah Show
on Horizon TV.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Kwa jina nilobarikiwa nalo ni Ibtisam Jamal. Ungana nami katika Sabah Show
on Horizon TV.
Shiriki nami Rahma Swale, mwingine Kopi, ndani ya The Sabah Show
on Horizon TV.
I am Aisha Khan. Let's brighten up your morning. You're watching The Sabah Show
on Horizon TV.
This is the street quiz. We are back. What's your name, bro? Mustafa Awad. So I'm looking for county number 023.
Nairobi. Turkana.
Nanti.
I don't know.
Ihsan inamaanisha ni mazuri. Right now I don't remember.
Pana Nairobi ni 047. Ukitaka kujua ni gani? Tazama Street Quiz ndani ya Horizon TV. Bro, here is your t-shirt inshallah. Horizon branded t-shirt from Horizon TV.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Waswahili wanasema chilea chilea utapata mwana si wako. Kwa majina ni Muhammad Obura na hii ni Sabah Show
on Horizon TV.
Welcome back. Kobe, you are giving your views before we went for a short commercial break.
I would say, I think the other reason which is causing most of the students to die within the university is that if you have noticed, the ladies will look at this get rich quickly life. You find that you want to live a very expensive life which you haven't worked for. And this causes some of them to be directly linked to some of these sponsors. And then you find, you know...
A good example, you had Sharon who was murdered.
Exactly.
Murdered.
Exactly. You have
and
Sharon.
The allegation that she was hanging out with a certain politician.
Yeah. Exactly like that case. It was very sad what happened to her, and my condolences to the family. But I think what's wrong is these students wanting to live a life that they haven't used to. You want to be perceived differently from the society. This makes some of the ladies to do extreme things like dating these big people so that you can be granted some favors and some things. But you know, with these people, it's never a surety that they will always be there. So it's just like, what will I say? Is it a side chick? A side chick.
Just so that when he side chick and
so you cannot
there.
So you cannot be given priority from the wife. And when you want to overstep that position, you want to act like the wife, then you start bringing problems with this provider. And some of them may decide to shut you up. And it's a sad case. It's a sad case. And I think that we need to do something.
What are we supposed to do then?
As society.
As student leaders.
As student leaders, what I think we can do, we can come up with avenues and with the programs. Like me, I was conducting another one, Men Talk, whereby you can talk to men, advise how they can handle ladies, how you can be able to take rejection so that we cannot have a repeat of the same case which happened in Eldoret University. Such talks, I think we can also come up with the same talks for the ladies, advise them on how they can be able to conduct themselves, how they can be able to put themselves within certain limits so that we cannot overdo some things, avoiding putting yourself in some risky situations.
This issue of sponsorship imekuwa ikifanyika sana, wanawake wanapigwa shoka, wasijua wanawake sijafanywa nini, and ina rotate around maybe wengine wanakuwa kuna allegation kwamba wako na direct link na mapolitician, wanakuja kutafuta wanafunzi wa shule, and inakuwa kwaje? So what are we supposed to do to make sure that they remain in school, they learn the core business ambayo wamepeleka pale shuleni, wanafanya your core business yao, and after that they get out of school being responsible citizen with qualification to serve the nation?
Yeah, I think the primary reason for students to join a university or a college is to study and graduate with good results. But now when it comes to the students' character in a school or a institution, I think it's about the student leaders to collaborate with the administration and bring rules that will make these students, will give these students time limit to get into the school or leave the school. For example, in an institution, students should not leave past 10. In some institutions, I think it's different in different institutions. So those kind of reasons can make students to stay in school, because you find to see most of these big people don't get time during the day. So they tend to call these students during the night. They call them, and you find a student was dressed very well, very respectable during the day. When the night comes, she started dressing up in a very funny way and leaving the school. So I think it's about the student leaders to have a very good bond or contact with the securities in the school, because at the end of the day, it's securities who are going to remain in the compound. So that these students should not leave the schools, especially girls. Yeah.
Edu. Okay, what's the legacy that you left at Moi University?
Oh, yeah. Right now, in Moi University here at Bazaar, actually it is the only university in Nairobi
that, in Eastern and Central Africa.
That has American corner spaces. Actually, it is a very well elaborate facility, and students need to walk in there, whether you are a student of Moi or not.
Who brought that?
Under my leadership. You see, that is a facility funded by the US Embassy. They provide soft, hard copy materials. They provide you with, internet facility, unlimited. And actually that corner has really developed so many students, and you need to go there and talk to this Madam Catherine, who is in charge, and you see what facility is there. They offer venue for free for people with conferences, for people with, with productive discussions. You just walk in and book, and there you are with your meeting. So you see, under my leadership, so many good things happened. And when I left, I came in the dispensation of an old constitution. I walked out shoulder high with a new constitution in place, and so I stayed longer. Not really.
Unlike the other leaders who served for only one term,
there was need,
according to the constitution of the Moi University.
There was need for transition. I needed to transit.
So you brought in a new
constitution for the very first time. We were using a 1980-something constitution, but my leadership sat down under my guidance and so what can we do? And
you came up with a new constitution.
Yes, and of course we collaborated.
And they had no option but to re-elect you as a new president.
Not really, but you see, I had to work with other leaders in main campus and other satellite campuses. We really had to work together to put together this document, and right now it is a very productive and functioning constitution. And you see, during my reign, we experienced Moi University with also very vibrant student leadership body. We were very vibrant, and the leaders that were elected actually were very sharp and visionary people who really achieved so many things. And we had so many who flew out of the country to attend summits and conferences. And
under your leadership.
Yeah, we had a supportive administration. They were really supporting us, and during my reign, it was the reign of Professor Maru, and she was really supportive. And right now we do have so many, like Dr. Malakwen and the Dr. Yeko. They're very supportive, very, very supportive. And actually Moi University produces students who are well equipped, because they tell the student, you must take charge of your destiny. You must define your course.
So you must take charge of your destiny.
Yeah.
After leadership campus, so what next? Because of later, I haven't seen majority of student leaders, unlike in past, ambapo majority walikuwa wanafurika parliament, being elected as members of parliament. You can name them right now. How many student leaders say wako parliament of late? Achana kina Burkome, achana kina nani. Hiyo ni generation nyingine. This new generation, like how many?
The latest case is, of course, Honorable Babu Owino. And in 2022, you will not be surprised to see so many student leaders in parliament, including
Edwin Airo. Kobe, are you planning to vie for an MP seat?
I'm planning to be on the ballot, but I will not disclose which seat I'll be going for.
Okay, 2022 will be on the ballot.
2022, I'm planning to go for a seat.
But do you think it's the right time for us youth to venture much into politics of this country and show the world that we can run the nation?
I believe I'm politically mature currently, because with what I've been able to do in transition within my institution for the 1 year, this half period, and what I'm also doing within my community, I think I can be able to go for a higher seat and do something different within our community. So I think.
How has the community around you benefited from your leadership?
My community, I noticed that most of the students, especially from Form 4 leavers, most of them hang around the community. So I formed up a certain organization with some of my leaders so that we can have a way we can provide, equip them with the entrepreneurship skills, so that once you are out of the secondary school, other than just being wandering around and doing other things that which are not beneficial to the students, at least you can bring some entrepreneurial skills which you have. You can be educated on a number of businesses you can start, so that by the time you are going to campus, you clearly know what you want. You clearly know what you can engage in. And then at the same time, we have been able to do a bit of charity events within the community and clean up activities. So I think with much power and much position of influence, I can do so much better. Okay. And that gives me the desire to pursue 2022.
2022 you'll be on the ballot box. Na Hafsa, mwenyekezi wangu kwamba nahodha tuna muda mchache kuweza kutamatisha kipindi hiki, na tunajua kwamba wakati wa mtume alikuwa anatumia maswahaba wake. Kwa mfano mathalan labda wanaenda vitani, unapata kwamba kuna kisa kimoja ambapo mtume aliweza kumchagua kijana mdogo mwenye umri wa miaka 19 kuwa amir wa kiongozi. Ishara kwamba vijana tunaweza. Labda ukirelate enzi za mtume, maswahaba, venye mambo yalikuwa na sasa hivi, what do you get to learn from the leadership of the maswahaba? Ujaribu kuzileta katika leadership skills zako na kuweza kuhakikisha kwamba the country at large on a benefit from your leadership as a youth, of course.
Yes, as far as Islamic teachings is concerned, leadership was something way different from what it is right now. I remember when you go back to the teachings of Islam, leadership, and especially during the time of Umar radiallahu anhu, was something very beautiful, because Umar could not sleep if he will not have confirmed everyone has eaten well, and everyone is very stable in terms of food and security, and he could not be able to sleep. But right now, when you come back to this modern world, it's a way different thing. It's so different, because leaders of today can just be, wanaweza kuwa wanatanga hizi majava from breakfast, lunch and supper, and they don't even know millions of people are sleeping hungry. Look at what is happening in Turkana right now. So many things are happening. So I think our leaders should be more polished than what they are right now to be able to serve the country well. Yeah. Okay.
Now, thank you so much, Mr. Kobe. Shukran sana for gracing the show na kuweza kutoa kauli yako, kuweza kuchangia mada hii ya leo. Leo tukimalizia, which position will you be running for in 2022, ama hiyo ni siri utaikuwa na launch baadaye?
Yes, I'll disclose it later.
Oh, later. Okay, thank you so much for coming to the show. Edwin, shukran sana kwa kuweza kufanikia kipindi hichi. Najua Lukuyani kule kampeni hivi karibuni tutakuwa tunaanza, manake chama tataja baadaye.
Chama baadaye, na wakati umefika ambapo nchi lazima sasa ipatiwe uongozi mpya,
na vijana lazima tujitokeze kuweza
kupigania. Young people must really step up and take up positions of leadership. You know, we must take charge of our destiny. The future of this country lies in our hands. And right now is not just about being a student leader and going to run for elective position or being appointed here and there. It's also about contributing to the academic body. And in due course, I'll be releasing a book that I'm working on, and of course it's going down in history as the modern student leader to first launch a book. It's a very insightful book, offering provocative insights into how young people can transform their innovation, creativity and entrepreneurial abilities so that they transform these countries' economy. And I've also touched on the issue of the fiscal deficit, on how we can marshal plans to reduce the fiscal deficit into being a surplus, so that we do not just keep waggling about budgetary deficit. We also must talk about the surplus that we have, moving our plants and factories forward so that our economy is moving.
Thank you so much, Edwin Airo, for your take and for your continuous contribution on our shows, the Sabah Shows. Na mtazamaji, bila shaka ni Active Jumatatu ndani ya Sabah Show, kipindi kubwa sana katika ukanda huu Afrika ya Mashariki na Kati, nami nahodha wako Muhammad Obura, na nakwambia kwamba inshallah tupatane mwendo wa saa 11 kuweza kudadavua mambo mengi sana ya soka. Je, unajua kwamba Hassan Oktay alikuwa katika mechi moja katika jimbo hili la Nairobi, Wanyama Cup. Haya na mengine mengi nitakuwa nakwambia mwendo wa saa 11 kutoka kwangu nahodha na kuaga kwa sasa. Waswahili wanasema chelea chelea utapata mwana si wako. Kwa majina ni Muhammad Obura na hii ni Sabah Show
on Horizon TV.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.